All right, Shane, let's kick it on down here to Arkansas. They took care of business, just shellacked Georgia Southern 45-10. And imagine 2-3 years ago, me telling you Arkansas's beaten FBS teams by 35 points, but here it's pretty ho-hum. Like no one's even lifted a finger here because we're a ranked team. You know, this is the expectation, but all the concern out there, not at Arkansas necessarily, but around the country in the SEC. KJ Jefferson, can he throw the ball well enough? Well, my man came through on this one, 366 yards. You know, this is a game where you get these, I don't want to say issues, but you get your confidence going into SEC play. The Razorbacks really took care of business. Yeah. This was a dangerous opponent. Hell, we just talked about Kentucky and the letdown factor. That was potentially very real with a Georgia Southern team coming in here with their triple option attack, and they stood no chance against the Razorbacks. So, hey, just the continued progression here of the Sam Pittman program, and now it looks like, the biggest showdown in the SEC. They've got Texas next weekend. Thoughts on Arkansas just taking care of business here?
All right, I'm telling you, man, you talk about a bet. I thought for sure there'd be a little bit of a letdown because that's just what happens, Mike. I mean, look at Kentucky struggling against an FCS opponent. Why wouldn't you? Coming off this big victory of Texas, of course you're going to have a little bit of a letdown. But this is exactly what good programs do, Mike. They go in there, they get the work done, they get the hell out of there. It's more of a rest game than it is. It's just a filler. And I mean, you look at teams like, I hate to keep going back, but Kentucky fought tooth and nail to the very last whistle, man. There's some players hurt. There's some people sore. You know, Arkansas is not dealing with that because they went in there with their hard hats, they got the job done, and they got the hell out of there. That's exactly the way that you're supposed to do when you have these type of opponents coming to your stadium.
Yeah, and Arkansas defense, Shane, held Georgia Southern to 6 3-and-outs. That's incredible. And on damn near
confidence building, man.
And about half their drives, they scored a touchdown on the offensive side. So, and several of these were 1-play, 3-play, 4-play. I mean, this is what you need going into the Texas A&M game.
Coach, what did you think about the play of the offense and specifically KJ, 13 of 23 for 366 and 3 touchdowns?
You know, every time he misses a throw, it's like, oh my gosh, in my mind. But then when he throws one, we go 91. He throws a nice drop pass to Warren Thompson and it's 60 for a touchdown. I'm like, well, that's what he's supposed to do. I mean, I think Dan Marino missed a pass or two. So my mind's got to work a little bit different. He's our quarterback. He's doing a really nice job. He missed a couple of open ones. That's going to happen. But he's a competitive. He's a competitor. And I was really proud of him. He still has that option to run. And he's got some pretty good wideouts there to throw the ball to.
Two-parter again. You mentioned, I think it was after the game last week, that Traylon, was the happiest guy in the locker room, or as happy as anybody, even though he didn't get a bunch of catches. What does that say about him? Because a lot of star players aren't like that.
It says it about our team. Our team wants to win, and he's certainly a good player, but he's not selfish, nor is anybody else in that locker room, including coaches. I mean, we got a team now, and I'm proud that he does that, but that's what kind of kid he is. If he did something different, I would be shocked, him or anybody else in there. We got a team, and we don't have to have the best players. We just have to have the best team. Our kids have bought into that.